Harihi Om. Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. So this is the third chapter of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and the entire 10th canto is about the pastimes of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and here it's about the appearance of Bhagavan. So that the avataram of Bhagavan. So on Sri Jayanti day. So so far in this canto, what has been described is the story of Devaki and Vasudev. So Devaki and Vasudev, they get married, and then Devaki's cousin brother Kamsa, who is externally apparently very affectionate to Devaki, he himself drives a chariot for Devaki and Vasudev, and then there's a Shariravak which informs Kamsa that the eighth son of Devaki will be the cause of his death. And immediately the cruel, unstable-minded Kamsa, he completely removes all affection that he has for his sister and tries to immediately kill her on the spot. At the time, Vasudev, who is a very great Mahatma, he speaks words of philosophy to try to stop Kamsa from doing his nefarious act. But then Kamsa is still not convinced. And then Vasudev promises Kamsa that, okay, see, you don't have any reason for worry from Devaki herself. It's only the child of Devaki which can be a cause of problem for you. So I promise you that whatever children are born to Devaki, I will hand them over to you, and you can act in whichever way is appropriate. So Kamsa, who is such a cruel-minded, selfish person, even he has complete faith in the words of Vasudev. So such a high character is Vasudev. So Kamsa believes the words of Vasudev, has faith in his words, and then decides to let Devaki and Vasudev go. So Devaki and Vasudev, so they are allowed to go by Kamsa. And then Kamsa, in due course of time, kills 6 children of Devaki and Vasudev. And then the 7th child is Adisesha or Balaram, who is then transferred to the womb of Rohini. And then the 8th child is Bhagavan Sri Krishna, who appears. And this chapter, the third chapter, is about the appearance of Krishna. So now here what happens is, so at the time of the appearance of Bhagavan, and okay, before that, Kamsa had been such a cruel person, such a self-centered person, that he did not care about harming others. He put Devaki, Vasudeva and others in such a state of suffering and pain. So Bhagavan himself decided, one who hurts my devotees, one who causes pain and suffering to my devotees, he himself should be put in a state of fear, anxiety, suffering and pain. So therefore, even though Bhagavan was to appear many years later, many years prior itself, he gave an indication to Kamsa, yes, I will appear and I will be the cause of your death. So from that time itself, many years before itself, Kamsa was in such a state of anxiety and fear, lost all peace of mind, lost all composure, lost all happiness, everything was gone, because Bhagavan intentionally did that. You are the one who are hurting my devotees so much, causing so much pain to my devotees, therefore you should also experience the same amount of pain yourself. So that's why at the time of the marriage of Devaki and Vasudeva itself, Bhagavan, through the Shariravak, gave indication that many years later somehow I will appear, and at that time your impending doom will be there. So so Kamsa did not have any peace of mind. He would always be thinking, Narayana, 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 8th son is Narayana, 8th child is Narayana, and he will be the cause of my death. So this Kamsa, in one way, he became completely absorbed in the thoughts of Bhagavan, completely became Krishna conscious in one way, but he was full of fear, anxiety. Think of Bhagavan as in fear, in anxiety, as an adversary. So that is the state of Kamsa. And then Bhagavan Sri Krishna appears, and this is described here in this chapter as Atha Sarvagunopetah Kala Paramashobhanah. So this is most auspicious time of Sri Jayanti, of Rohini Nakshatram. Bhagavan himself, the Supreme Lord himself, who is unborn, he appeared. And then everything was, the weather, atmosphere, everything was very pleasant. Everything was very nice. And the sadhus, the good people, the devotees, who are always harassed by the evil elements, by the misguided asuras, those sadhus, those good devotees, they were also feeling so much peace of mind, so much happiness in their hearts. So that is, and the sacrificial fires, they were also burning very steadily. So everything was very nice, and all the good people were happy. And at that time, Bhagavan appeared. And what is the appearance of Bhagavan? How is it described here? So this is described as tam adbhutam balakam ambujekshanam chaturbhujam shanka gadad yudayudham Srivatsalakshmam galashobikaustvam Pitambaram Sandra Payoda Saubhagam Maharha Vaidurya Kirita Kundala Twisha Parishvakta Sahasra Kuntalam Uddama Kanchangada Kankanadibihi Virochamanam Vasudeva Aikshita. Vasudeva, he saw the wonderful child. Tam Adbhutam Balakam, very wonderful child. Ambujekshanam, lotus eyes. So the lotus eyes of Bhagavan, Pundarikaksha, Ambujekshana. So this is the distinctive feature, defining feature of Perumal. Only devotees can understand or can appreciate the lotus eyes of Perumal. Others, that is non-devotees, can never have any proper understanding or appreciation of Bhagavan's lotus eyes. Chaturbhujam. Perumal appeared with 4 arms, just like he is in Vaikuntha. Shanka, Gada, Yudayudham. So he appeared with his weapons, Shanka, Gada, etc. Srivatsalakshmam. On his mark, chest is the Srivatsa mark. Galashobi Kausam. Kausamamani also he was wearing. Pitambaram. He came with his yellow dress. Sandra Payoda Saubhagam. And then he was also decorated with many kinds of precious jewels. And Virochamanam Vasudeva Aikshita. Though Bhagavan's appearance itself illuminated all the directions, and all fears and negative feelings in the hearts of Devaki, Vasudeva and everyone else was dissipated. So then Vasudeva offers prayers to the Lord, then Devaki offers prayers to Bhagavan, and then Devaki has so much love, devotion towards Bhagavan, motherly affection, that she says that you appeared in this 4-armed form, and this evil-minded Kamsa, when he sees this form of yours, he understands that you are Narayana himself, and then he will take whatever steps are necessary to kill you. So please withdraw this 4-armed form of yours and become like a normal human child having two arms. So then Bhagavan is very pleased by the devotion of Devaki and Vasudeva, and then says that, okay, I've already appeared as your son twice before, and this is the 3rd time that I am appearing as your son. Earlier as Prishnigarbha and then as Vamana, I appeared as your child, and now I've come here in this form. And then Bhagavan tells him that you be devoted to me, and then ultimately in due course of time you will attain the supreme destination. And then Bhagavan, he from the 4-armed form he becomes converts himself to a 2-armed form, and then Vasudeva takes Bhagavan and then delivers him to Vraja, to the house of Nanda and Yashoda. And then miraculously all the shackles which have been tying Vasudeva, they get opened, the doors of the prison house get unlocked automatically, the prison keepers, the doorkeepers, they also go to sleep, and then Vasudeva is able to get out of prison, delivers Bhagavan Shri Krishna at the house of Nanda and Yashoda, and then Yashoda has given birth to a small girl, Yogamaya, and Vasudeva brings back Yogamaya to the prison house of Kamsa. And when he enters the prison, the shackles again, everything again becomes as it was before. And so this is the thing so far. And then so this chapter is mainly about the birth of Sri Krishna and how Vasudeva and Devaki, who had suffered so much so far, and all the devotees who had suffered so much so far, now after the appearance of Bhagavan, everything is going to be auspicious for everyone. And so that is the summary of this chapter. So Hare Krishna, now we'll do parayanam of the verses of this chapter. Harihi Om Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Atha Tritiyodhyayah Shri Shuka Uvacha Atha Sarvagunopetah Kala Paramashobhanah Yarhe Vajanjanmarksha Shantarksha Grahatarakam Disha Prasedurgaganam Nirmalodu Ganodayam Mahi Mangala Bhuyishta Puragram Vrajakara Nadya Prasanna Salila Hrada Jalaruhashriyah Dvijalikula Sannadas Tavaka Vanarajayah Vayu Sukasparsha Punya Gandhavah Shutihi Agniyascha Dvijatinam Shanta Satsa Samandhata Manansyasana Prasannani Sadhu Nama Suradruham Jayamane Jane Tasmin Nedu Dundubayasamam Jaguk Kinnara Gandharva Sushtuvu Siddhacharanah Vidyadharyashnanirtuhu Apsarobi Samam Muda Mumurchurmanyo Deva Sumanam Simudanvitah Mandam Mandam Jaladhara Jagarjur Anusagaram Nishite Tama Udbhute Jayamane Janardane Devakyam Devarupinyam Vishnu Sarvaguhashayah Avirasi Tetha Pracham Dishindureva Pushkalah Tam Adbhutam Balakam Ambujekshanam Chaturbhujam Shanka Gadadudayudham Srivatsalakshmam Galashobikaustvam Pitambaram Sandra Payoda Saubhagam Maharha Vaidurya Kirita Kundala त्विषा परिष्वक्तसहस्रकुन्तलम् उद्दामकञ्चङ्गतकङ्कणादिभिः विरोचमानं वसुदेव ऐक्षत स विस्मयोत्फुल्लविलोचनो हरिं सुतं विलोक्यानकदुन्दुभिस्तदा कृष्णावतारोत्सवसम्भ्रमोस्पृशन् मुदा द्विजेभ्यो युतमाप्लुतो गवाम् अथैनम् अस्तौद् अवधार्य पूरुषं परं नताङ्गः कृतदीः कृताञ्जलिः स्वरोचिषा भारतसूतिकाग्रहं विरोचयन्तं गतभिः प्रभाववित् श्रीवसुदेव उवाच विदितोऽसि भवान् साक्षात् पुरुषप्रकृते परः केवलानुभवानन्दस्वरूपः सर्वबुद्धिदृक् स एव स्वप्रकृत्येदं सृष्ट्वाग्रे त्रिगुणात्मकं तदनु त्वं ह्यप्रविष्टः प्रविष्ट इव भाव्यसे यथेमे विकृता भावाः तथा ते विकृतैः सह नानावीर्या पृथग्भूता विराजं जनयन्ति हि सन्निपत्य समुत्पाद्य दृश्यन्तेऽनुगता इव प्रागेव विद्यमानत्वात् न तेषामिह सम्भवः एवं भवान् बुद्ध्यनुमेयलक्षणैः ग्राह्यैर्गुणैः सन्नपि तद्गुणाग्रहः अनावृतत्वात् बहिरन्तरन्यते सर्वस्य सर्वात्मन आत्मवस्तुनः य आत्मनो दृश्यगुणेषु सन्निति व्यवस्यते स्वस्वव्यतिरेकतो बुधः विनानुवादं न च तन्मनीषितं सम्यक् यतस्त्यक्तम् उपादतत् पुमान् त्वत्तोऽस्य जन्मस्थितिसंयमान् विभो वदन्त्यनीहाद् अगुणात् अविक्रियात् त्वयीश्वरे ब्रह्मणि नो विरुध्यते त्वदाश्रयत्वात् उपचर्यते गुणैः सत्वं त्रिलोकस्थितये स्वमाया बिभर्षि शुक्लं खलु वर्णमात्मनः सर्गाय रक्तं रजसोपबृंहितं कृष्णं च वर्णं तमसा जनाति त्वमस्य लोकस्य विभोरक्षिषुः गृहे वतीर्णोऽसि ममाखिलेश्वर राजन्यसंज्ञासुरकोटियूथपैः निर्व्यूह्यमानानि हनिष्यसे च मोः अयं त्वसभ्यस्तव जन्मनौ गृहे श्रुत्वाग्रजांस्ते न्यवधीत् सुरेश्वर सतेवतारं पुरुषैः समर्पितं श्रुत्वाधुनैवाभिर्सरत्युदायुधः श्रीशुक उवाच अथैनमात्मनं वीक्ष्य महापुरुषलक्षणं देवकी तमुपाधावत् कंसाद्भीता सुविस्मिता श्रीदेवकी उवाच रूपं यत्तत् प्राहुरव्यक्तमाद्यं ब्रह्मज्योतिर्निर्गुणं निर्विकारं सत्तामात्रं निर्विशेषं निरीहं सत्त्वं साक्षात् विष्णुरध्यात्मदीपः नष्टे लोके द्विपरार्धावसाने महाभूतेष्वाधिभूतं गतेषु व्यक्ते व्यक्तं कालवेगेन याते भवानेकशिष्यते शेषसंज्ञः योऽयं कालस्तस्य ते व्यक्तबन्धो चेष्टामाहुश्चेष्टते येन विश्वं निमेषादिर्वत्सरान्तो महीयां त्वेषानं क्षेमधाम प्रपद्ये मर्त्यो मृत्यो व्यालभीतपलायन् लोकान् सर्वान् निर्भयं नाधिगच्छत् त्वत्पादाब्जं प्राप्य यदृच्छयाद्य सुस्थः शेते मृत्युरस्मादपैति सत्त्वं घोराद् उग्रसेनात्मजान्नः स्त्राहित्रस्तान् भृत्यवित्रासहासि रूपं चेदं पौरुषं ध्यानदिश्यं मा प्रत्यक्षं मां सदृशां कृषीष्ठाः जन्मते मय्यसौ पापो मा विद्यान्मधुसूदन समुद्वजे भवद्धेतो कंसादहम् अधीरधीः उपसंहर विश्वात्मन् अधो रूपमलौकिकं शङ्खचक्रगदापद्म श्रियाजुष्टं चतुर्भुजं विश्वं यदेतत् स्वतनौ निशान्ते यथावकाशं पुरुषः परो भवान् विवर्ति सोऽयं मम गर्भगोऽभूत् अहो न लोकस्य विडम्बनं हि तत् श्रीभगवानुवाच त्वमेव पूर्वसर्गे भूः पृश्निस्वायम्भुवे सति तदायं सुतपा नाम प्रजापतिरकल्मषः युवां वै ब्रह्मणादिष्टौ प्रजासर्गे यथा ततः संनियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं ते पाथे परमं तपः वर्षवाता तपहिम घर्मकालगुणाननो सह मानौ श्वासरोध विनिर्धूतं मनोमलौ शीर्णपर्णानिलाहारावुपशान्तेन चेतसा मत्तकामानभीप्सन्तौ मदाराधनम् ईहतुः एवं वां तप्यतोस्तीव्रं तपः परमदुष्करं दिव्यवर्षसहस्राणि द्वादशेयुर्मदात्मनो तदा वां परितुष्टोऽहम् अमुना वपुषा नघे तपसा श्रद्धया नित्यं भक्त्या च हृदि भावितः प्रादुरासं वरदराट् युवयोः कामदित्सया व्रियतांवर इत्युक्ते मादृशो वां वृतस्सुतः आजुष्टग्राम्य विषयावनपत्यौ च दम्पती न वव्राथे पवर्गं मे मोहितौ देवमायया गते मयि वां लब्ध्वा वरं मदृशं सुतं ग्राम्यान् भोगान् अभुञ्जातान् युवां प्राप्तमनोरथौ अदृष्ट्वा अन्यतमं लोके शीलौदार्यगुणैः समम् अहं सुतो वामभवं कृष्णिगर्भ इति श्रुतः तयोवान पुनरेवाहं दित्यामास कश्यपात् उपेन्द्र इति विख्यातो वामनत्वाच्च वामनः तृतीयेऽस्मिन् भवेऽहं वै तेनैव वपुषाथ वां जातो भूयस्तयोरेव सत्यं मे व्याहृतं सति एतद्वां दर्शितं रूपं प्राग्जन्मस्मरणाय मे नान्यथा मद्भवं ज्ञानं मर्त्यलिङ्गेन जायते युवां मां पुत्रभावेन ब्रह्मभावेन चासकृत् चिन्तयतौ कृतस्नेहौ यास्येथे मद्गतिं परां श्रीशुक उवाच इत्युक्तस्तासीधरिस्तूष्णीं भगवानात्ममाया पित्रो सम्पश्यतो सद्यो बभूव प्राकृतः शिशुः ततश्च शौरिर्भगवत्प्रचोदितः सुतं समादाय च सूतिकागृहात् यदा बहिर्गन्तुम् इयेष तर्ह्यजा या योगमाया जनिनन्दजायया तया हृत्प्रत्ययः सर्ववृत्तिषु द्वास्थेषु पौरेष्वपि शायितेष्वथ द्वारश्च सर्वा पिहिता दुरत्यया बृहत्कपाटाय सकीलशृङ्खलैः ता कृष्णवाहे वसुदेव आगते स्वयं व्यवर्यन्त यथा तमोरवेः ववर्षपर्जन्य उपांशुगर्जितः शेषोन्वगात् वारी निवारयन् फणैः मघो वर्षत्यसकृद्यमानुजा गम्भीरतोयौघ जवोर्मिफेनिला भयानकावर्त शताकुला नदी मार्गं ददौ सिन्धुरिव श्रियपतेः नन्दव्रजं शौरिरुपेत्य तत्र तान् गोपान् प्रसुप्तान् उपलभ्य निद्रया सुतं यशोदा शयने निधाय तत् सुतामा उपादाय पुनर्गृहानगात् देवक्या शयनेन्यस्य वसुदेवोऽथ दारिकां प्रतिमुच्य पदोर्लोहं हास्ये पूर्ववदावृतः यशोदानन्दपत्नी च जातं परमबुध्यत न तल्लिङ्गं परिश्रान्ता निद्रयापगतस्मृतिः यशोदानन्दपत्नी च जातं परमबुध्यत न तल्लिङ्गं परिश्रान्ता निद्रयापगतस्मृतिः हरिः ओम् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे तृतीयोऽध्यायः सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।